Hi, so come to a comfortable seated position. It can be cross legs. You could be kneeling with your feet pointed back behind you. Just wherever you feel comfortable. And just close your eyes and just feel the connection of your body and the floor. So whatever parts of your body are in touch with the floor, feeling the weight of your body being supported by the floor. And just resting your hands, palms down on your knees. Think about bringing your shoulders in line with your hips and your ears in line with your shoulders. And just start to zone in to the sensations you're getting as you're breathing in and out, noticing that your body's moving as you're breathing in, as you're breathing out. And there's a natural pause between your inhale and exhale. And in that natural pause, there's a moment of stillness in your body. And then slowly keeping your gaze down, opening your eyes. Bring your eyes into the center of the room and then come onto all fours. Spread your fingers and then just play around between your fingers and your knees and your toes and just get to a position where you're feeling equal pressure between your hands and knees and feet. You don't feel any more pressure on your arms, you're not straining at your wrists, you're not feeling too much pressure on your knees. There's somewhere in between where you feel like you've got equal weight. And just allowing your body that's in contact with the floor to be supported by the floor. And then start to notice the movements through the back of your body and the front of your body as you're breathing in and out here. And start small, but gently start to follow those movements. And noticing your breath is quite a slow movement. So your movements that follow it are also slow. And keeping softness through the back of your body, especially your neck. There's a tendency through cat-cow, which is this position, for people to yank their heads up, and that can create pressure here. It's fine if your spine is allowing you that length, but for most of us, actually keeping your head more central is better for your body. And then gently tuck your toes underneath you. Send your hips back over your heels. Imagine pushing your body away or pushing the mat away. And then lift up your knees and slowly start to straighten your legs, sending your hips up towards the ceiling. You want to keep length in your spine. So if you find your spine is rounding here, then keep your knees bent. If you've got the length available through the backs of your legs, maybe straightening your legs. And then gently walk your feet in towards your hands. slowly rolling all the way up. And then coming to standing, feet hip width apart. So we're looking at the inside bones of the hip rather than outside. So it's only a small distance apart. And then just notice your feet are pointing straight ahead. Press down under all four corners of your foot. So you're pressing down under the ball of your big toe, your little toe, the inside edge of your heel, and the outside edge of your heel. And then line your hips up over your heels, your shoulders over your hips, your ears over your shoulders. And just allowing your hands to hang. And as you press down through your feet, notice what's happening in your feet, your ankles, and traveling further up your legs. And then just bringing your awareness up into your hips, sending your hip bones out and in. Notice what changes through your feet and hips and the connection between the position of your feet and your hips here. And again, looking for a happy medium, so somewhere where you feel, and this could be different from person to person according to how your hips sit in their socket, finding a position that you're feeling like you're just standing, being supported by the floor. There's no excess pressure on any one part. Allow your body to grow tall out of your hips. And then take one hand onto your chest, one hand onto your belly, and allowing your belly to be soft. Noticing hopefully the hand on your belly is moving more than the hand on your chest. And then after your next exhale, gently bring your hands down. Imagine reaching out through your fingertips. As you inhale, reach your arms up over your head. If it's available through your head and neck, maybe glancing to look up at your hands. As you exhale, gently soften your knees as much as you need to, folding forwards. As you inhale, gently moving your head away from your knees, really lengthening along the back of your body. Think of sending your hips back behind you and aiming to have your back nice and flat. If you find you're rounding, think about tilting your hips up towards the ceiling and lengthening through the crown of your head. It may be that you're more here. Over time, your body will adjust and you can find maybe you get down to touching your toes, but just working with whatever's comfortable. On your next exhale, slowly folding forwards, step your right leg back behind you. Check your left knees in line with your left heel. Reach back through your right heel, which will help to keep your knee straighter. As you inhale, reach your arms up towards your ears. Think of lengthening through your fingertips and lengthening down through your tailbone. As you exhale, gently bring your hands down, press down through your hands as you step back into a plank position. And then keep pressing down through your hands, bend your elbows down towards your hips and slowly lowering all the way down. Point your toes back behind you as you inhale, peeling your body up off the mat. Start small, we're just warming up here. As you exhale, lower. Tuck your toes under. Bring your hips back over your heels. And again, pressing down through your hands, which will help to engage the muscles in your arms and shoulders. Lifting your knees up. Send your hips up towards the ceiling. And again, just Think of really thinking of lengthening your spine here. And as you're breathing in and out, bring your awareness across the back of your chest. So you're really allowing yourself to breathe into the sides of your body. And then gently walk your feet into your hands. Bend into your knees. Inhale to come all the way up to standing. Exhale, bringing your hands down. Inhale, really reaching out through your fingertips, reaching your arms up over your head, maybe glancing up at your hands. Exhale, folding forwards, softening your knees as much as you need to. As you inhale, lengthening your head away from your legs and feet, letting your hands travel up, thinking of that nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Step your left leg back behind you, reaching back through your left heel, checking your right knees in line with your right heel. Reach your arms up towards your ears, and again lengthening through your tailbone. As you exhale, lower your hands down, step back to plank. I should have said on the last one, you can drop your knees here. Slowly lower all the way down. Point your toes back behind you as you inhale, peeling your body up off the mat. Really think of lengthening through the front of your body. As you exhale, lower. Tuck your toes under. Bring your hips back over your heels. And lifting up into downward dog. And then gently walk your feet into your hands. Bend into your knees. Inhale to come all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands down. And then come to standing with your feet hip width apart. Send your awareness down into the backs of your heels, down through your Achilles. Pick your toes up and then let them soften back down. Keeping your toes down. Bend into your knees. Think of sitting back. So it's like you're sitting back, being supported by your hamstrings as you sit down. Keeping that length through your tailbone. Reach your arms up towards your ears. And just finding that comfortable position for your head. So it may be looking up, you may be looking down, but you're really just thinking of creating that length. And then gently lower a little bit more if you can. Think of lifting your chest, really lengthening your shoulders away from your hips. On your next exhale, bringing yourself all the way up to standing. Exhale, release your arms down. Step your right leg back behind you. Bend your left knee over your left heel. Again, you don't want to be forward, you want to be in line with the heel. And then twisting your body away from your knees, reaching out through your fingertips, press down through your feet, and then turning to look over your front middle finger. And just noticing how it feels to breathe in and out here. On your next inhale, reach your arms up over your head, straighten your legs. Walk your feet back in towards each other. And then sit back down on that imaginary chair. Check where your knees are. Ideally, you want them angled up over your second toes. Really lengthening through the front of your body and the back of your body here. Feeling the weight of your body on the floor. Press down through your feet, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, release your hands down. Step your left leg back behind you, bend into your right knee. Again, checking it's out over your second toe in line with your heel. Turning your body slightly away from your knee, reaching out through your arms. Turn to look over your right middle finger. And just noticing the sensations in your body as you're breathing in and out here. Keep pressing your feet into the floor. As you inhale, straightening your legs, reach your arms up over your head. Exhale, step your feet together, gently folding forwards. And then soften your knees, rolling all the way up. Take your right heel onto your left ankle and just play around with opening the right knee out to the right. And then you've got two more options here. You're always above or below your knee. Take your foot onto your calf. If your body's giving you the range, you can take your foot up onto your thigh. But if you find you're on your knee joint, go lower. Press your palms together. And just imagine growing tall as you press down through your foot. And again, just noticing how it feels to breathe in and out in this position. Balancing is a funny game. You need a sense of humour because it doesn't always go as smoothly as you want it to. As you exhale, lower your leg down and then cross your right thigh over your left. You've got the option to touch your right foot on the floor. If it's available, wrap your leg around your left leg. And then take your right arm under your left arm. Get your left elbow above your right elbow, which then allows you to bend and maybe bring your palms together. And then pressing down through your feet, take your awareness down through your Achilles as you gently bend into your left leg. And feeling how it feels to breathe in and out here, accepting that you're going to be a bit wobbly. Your body's never really still as long as you're breathing. There's always something moving. As you exhale, release your arms, gently bring yourself up to standing, and then take your left heel onto your right ankle. And again, choosing wisely whether you're on your calf or taking your foot up to your thigh. Press your palms together. And just sensing how it feels to breathe in and out here. As you exhale, release your arms down, release your leg. And then cross your left thigh over your right thigh. Option to touch your foot on the floor. If it's available, wrapping one leg around the other. Take your left arm under, right elbow above left elbow. Bend your elbows towards each other. Maybe pressing your palms together. Exhale, releasing your arms, releasing your legs. Roll down and hang. And then gently bending into your knees. Come onto all fours. Take your knees wide. Touch your big toes together. And then gently sink your hips back over your heels. You can either walk your hands away from you and think of reaching your arms and hips away from each other. Let your head rest down. Or you can take your hands round to touch your toes. There's no right or wrong here. It's about what's most comfortable for you. And then gently bring your awareness onto the back of your body. Allow your hips to feel heavy. And just accepting whatever tensions you've got here. I've got quite tight hips, so my hips quite often feel like they're in the air. But if I fight it, they just go higher. Just accepting wherever your body's at, whatever you've got tension in, and just feeling the sensations of breathing in and out in this position. And then after your next exhale, gently bringing yourself all the way up, coming down to lying on your back, and then gently hug your knees in towards your chest, keeping your head down, really squeezing your knees in towards you. On your next inhale, gently bring yourself up to sitting. Again, you can be kneeling, sitting cross-legged, whichever's most comfortable for you. It can also help sometimes to grab a cushion or a block and just let your hips roll forward slightly. Close your eyes. Gently imagine bringing your shoulders over your hips, your ears over your shoulders, and just feeling whatever parts of your body in contact with the floor, being supported by the floor. We're going to close your mouth. You're going to breathe in and out through your nose here. And then after your next exhale, bring your awareness onto your left nostril. You can imagine inhaling through your left nostril and exhaling through your right nostril. After your next exhale, imagine inhaling just through your right nostril and exhaling through your left nostril. After your next exhale, Going to inhale and exhale through both nostrils. And then letting go of any control of your breath. Just going to spend some time noticing the thoughts in your head. You're not getting involved with them. You're not writing a shopping list. You're not starting with, oh, did I leave the cooker on, to what you're going to cook for dinner. You notice the thought and you let it go. And then you notice that another thought comes in. Notice what the thought is and let it go. If you're struggling to settle or let go of thoughts, bring your awareness just back onto your body sitting on the floor, connected to the floor, and the movements your body's making as you're breathing in and out. And just taking some time to explore, these are moments by moments, and in each moment, just remind yourself that you're sitting on the floor, you're breathing in and out, and you're safe. If you find your mind is wandering off, gently bring it back to that one moment. Notice whatever thoughts you had, accept them, let them go. Accept that another thought is coming into your head. Our mind is designed to think, to solve. It's not designed to be still and quiet. So you're not looking to ever force your mind to be empty. You're just accepting the thoughts in your head, letting them move on, letting them go. And keep intermittently just taking some time to notice the quality of your breath. And over time, you might notice that if you're thinking rapid thoughts, your breath is quickening. And if you start to slow your breath down, maybe counting from 1 to 3 as you're breathing in and out, sometimes that's enough to help to settle or slow your mind down, slow your thoughts down, bring you back into the present moment. And then gently keeping your gaze down towards the floor, slowly opening your eyes. Taking a few deep breaths. And just noticing how you feel within your body. Now, for me, each practice differs from moment to moment and day to day. Some days I can sit still really calmly and time flies by. Other times I feel like I've been sitting for hours trying to get my mind to switch off, and only about 2 minutes has gone past, or sometimes only 30 seconds. It's not about fighting with it. It's about accepting from moment to moment, from day to day, we're going to have a different quality within our breath and how we feel within our body. But we've got some tools that we can go to that can help to center us and calm us. So some days that will feel great. Other days it can feel a bit more of a battle. But over time, as you practice, it becomes a little bit easier to let go of those thoughts that start racing, or a little bit easier to bring yourself back into a moment and find yourself a bit more centered and grounded. And as long as I've been practicing, I still have crazy moments and I still need help focusing. Sometimes I can do it on my own. Sometimes I just need somebody to bring me into that moment. It's not about being perfect. It's about having a tool that helps you to see where you're at. And often by accepting things, it magically sorts itself out because we're no longer fighting with it. But I've started to notice, probably about 3 or 4 years ago, I can start to notice how the things that are going on in my head are affecting tensions within my body. And if I can let go of the tension in my body, I have to let go of those thoughts or slightly change them. And it's just about playing with it, practicing. But hopefully you guys will find this helpful.